Who's afraid of the big bad cloud? And cloud is very topical, but in some sense, what I love about the technology industry is that what is old is new again. And in some sense, we have been here before. We had mainframes, computation moved to minis, to desktop computers, networks of computers. Those networks of computers moved progressively back into what today we call the cloud. How many of you are already putting all of your emails in the cloud? Office 365, show of hands. Yeah, okay. How about your sales leads, customer relationship management? Salesforce.com, yes, or similar, okay? We are transaction by transaction, HR, finance, marketing, sales, moving more and more of our quite sensitive data into the cloud. And a lot of what's missing is actually, as we look past the traditional IT side of the house, and we look to the refineries, the factories, and the plants, there, very few systems are connected to the cloud. You might consider that some of this information is far too mission critical or far too sensitive to be put in the cloud today. So now the question is, okay, so if your own data center is not the most secure, if your own internal software isn't able to be as innovative as some of these services that are being offered by the cloud providers. And then the third element is sharing or connecting this data. Why is that important? Because trying to change a device that is highly constrained, very little memory, very little compute, because it has to be cheap, it has to be robust, it has to be reliable, means that unfortunately the rate of software innovation in the device is really hard. And that's why we have a lot of old devices running old protocols, and that's why it takes decades for compatible protocols to become commonplace at the device-to-device level. Let's go up one level from the device. What does the device talk to? It talks to a gateway or some sort of server that connects it to something else. There, a little bit easier. We have more memory, more compute. But in the cloud, we have almost unlimited storage and computation. And which is why, in the case of Amazon, for example, they opened up the Amazon Alexa system to third parties, like a year and a half ago? They now have 10,000 compatible devices and partnerships. You'd never do that if you try to interconnect things at a device-to-device level. You can if you do it cloud to cloud. So the third assertion I would make is that if you want to start gluing things together, some of your applications, some of your systems, to those of your partners or customers, it's far easier to do in the cloud.